Blood will spill, a great nation will falter, a leader will fall, and the people will rage. From within the enemy will rise, unseen. This is not fiction. This is not a mere prediction made by modern analysts. These are the words of Nostradamus, the 16th century seer, whose cryptic quatrains have foretold world-changing events for centuries. But what if I told you that his prophecies for 2025 are more chilling than ever before? For centuries, the enigmatic quatrains of Nostradamus have captivated the imaginations of scholars, historians, and skeptics alike. His cryptic verses, often shrouded in metaphor and ambiguity, have been linked to some of the most significant events in human history: world wars, political upheavals, economic collapses, and even pandemics. As we approach the year 2025, one question dominates the discourse: did Nostradamus foresee the challenges that lie ahead? More importantly, are we already witnessing the early signs of these prophecies coming to pass? Among his many quatrains, there are specific warnings about three powerful nations, countries that may face unprecedented challenges in the near future. According to Nostradamus, these nations are on the brink of turmoil that could reshape the global order. Let's explore his 2025 warning. A warning that points to three nations on the brink of unprecedented chaos. Nostradamus's prophecy for the United States comes from Century 1, Quatrain 26, which states, "The great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt, an evil deed foretold by the bearer of a petition." This eerie prophecy has sparked countless debates, with many believing that Nostradamus foresaw the assassination of powerful leaders and events that have shaped history. But what if this prophecy is a warning for 2025? What if another leader is destined to fall? Political instability in the United States has reached a fever pitch. Protests, civil unrest, and increasing tensions between government factions have created an atmosphere eerily similar to past times of upheaval. But what's even more chilling is the mention of the thunderbolt in Nostradamus's quatrain. Could this symbolize a sudden shocking event, an attack, a betrayal, or an unexpected political upheaval? What about the phrase, "another falls at night"? Could this suggest a chain reaction where one event spirals into another, setting off a catastrophic series of events? Throughout history, assassinations and political coups have often triggered wars, market crashes, and civil unrest. Could 2025 be the year when the United States faces a crisis unlike any it has faced before? What would happen if the leader of the free world falls? Would there be an internal struggle for power? Some analysts speculate that increasing tensions between states could even result in calls for secession. Nostradamus's warning isn't just about a singular event, it's about the aftershocks that follow. If this prophecy unfolds, it could create a divided nation, not just politically but physically. Reflect on this for a moment. Do you see the signs of this potential collapse unfolding before our eyes? The world is watching, and 2025 may mark the year when the United States faces a reckoning of unprecedented proportions. Century 8, Quatrain 17 by Nostradamus reads, "Those at ease will suddenly be cast down, the world put into trouble by three brothers. Their enemies will seize the marine city. Hunger, fire, blood, plague, all evils doubled." For decades, China has been seen as an unshakable force in global politics and economics. But behind the veil of power lies growing unrest. Nostradamus's quatrain suggests that those in power will be cast down suddenly. Could this point to a shift in leadership, a massive protest, a rebellion within the government? The reference to three brothers has intrigued scholars for centuries. Some interpret this as a global power struggle between China, the United States, and Russia. Others believe it could refer to internal factions within China itself, competing for control. The most terrifying part of this prophecy, however, lies in the words, "Hunger, fire, blood, plague, all evils doubled." With China's economic downturn, food shortages, and increasing censorship, are we on the brink of witnessing a major collapse? Could ongoing tensions in Taiwan and the South China Sea escalate into something much worse? Is 2025 the historic moment of reckoning for China? If China experiences internal turmoil, the ripple effect could be global: trade disruptions, economic instability, and military escalations. If the marine city mentioned in the prophecy refers to Taiwan or Hong Kong, does this mean a full-scale conflict is on the horizon? The geopolitical tensions surrounding China have reached new heights, and Nostradamus's prediction could signal that we are standing on the edge of something catastrophic. Do you see the storm coming? Are we witnessing the signs of impending chaos? With 2025 approaching, we must ask ourselves, what will China's future look like if Nostradamus' prophecy comes true? The world is watching, and the outcome may change everything. Another of Nostradamus' prophecies points to France. In Century 1, Quatrain 14, he wrote, "From the enslaved populace songs, chants, and demands. While princes and lords are held captive in prisons, these will in the future be headless idiots, to be received as divine prayers." Nostradamus often wrote about the rise and fall of France, his homeland. But what's shocking is how well this quatrain fits modern-day France. Mass protests have already begun sweeping the nation, with citizens rising up against policies they see as unjust. Nostradamus' words, "From the enslaved populace songs, chants, and demands," eerily describe the mass protests and strikes happening in France today. But what about princes and lords held captive in prisons? Could this hint at a political purge, a leader being overthrown? History has already seen France go through radical change, particularly during the French Revolution, when its monarchy fell. Are we standing at the doorsteps of yet another revolutionary movement? Could this prophecy be a warning of impending civil unrest? The phrase "headless idiots" is particularly striking. Could it refer to leaders being overthrown, with political chaos ensuing? France has a long history of civil unrest, and 2025 may mark another chapter in its revolutionary legacy. Imagine the streets filled with chants and demands, the echoes of history repeating themselves. Are the people ready to rise up once more? Is France on the verge of a seismic shift that will alter its political landscape forever? Reflect on this for a moment. Do you see the signs of revolution brewing in France? Could Nostradamus' prophecy be unfolding right before our eyes? The streets may be echoing with the sounds of protests and unrest, but what comes next is anyone's guess. As we look at the state of the world today, it's impossible to ignore the chilling accuracy of Nostradamus' prophecies. The United States, China, and France, three nations at the heart of global power, are all facing challenges that align eerily with his visions. In the United States, the potential for political instability and civil unrest looms large. In China, internal turmoil and external tensions threaten to destabilize the nation. And in France, the shadow of revolution seems to be rising again. But Nostradamus' words are not set in stone. They are warnings, not inevitabilities. The future is shaped by the actions we take today. By paying attention to the signs and understanding the forces at play, we can navigate the uncertainties of 2025 and beyond. Whether or not Nostradamus' prophecies come to life depends on the choices we make, individually and collectively. Could it be that history is repeating itself? Or is there something deeper at play? Nostradamus' predictions have sparked debate for centuries. Some believe they are eerie glimpses into the future, while others see them as vague coincidences that only seem accurate in hindsight. But when we examine the current state of the world, the rising tensions, the political upheavals, and the economic shifts, we must ask ourselves, are we witnessing the fulfillment of these ancient prophecies? The year 2025 is rapidly approaching, and the world stands at a crossroads. The nations Nostradamus warned about are all facing challenges that could alter the course of history. Whether or not these prophecies come to pass remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the future is unfolding before our eyes. History has shown us that those who pay attention to the signs are the ones best prepared for what lies ahead. As we enter 2025, the world is undeniably changing at an unprecedented pace. From political instability in the United States to internal chaos in China and the shadow of revolution in France, the prophecies of Nostradamus are more relevant than ever. What will happen in the coming years? Only time will tell, but we must stay vigilant and prepared for whatever may come. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, consider giving us a super thanks. Your support helps keep these deep dives into prophecy and history alive, allowing us to bring you even more thought-provoking content. Thank you for being part of this journey. Stay vigilant, because the future is unfolding before our eyes. Until next time.